Opponents humiliated. CBC MELTDOWN brands conservatives as but hurt in fiery clash. The political landscape in Canada has been shaped by intense debates following the snap federal election on April 28, 2025, which saw Mark Carney replace Justin Trudeau as Prime Minister. Carney's leadership has drawn both fervent support and sharp criticism, particularly from conservative circles loyal to Pierre Poilievre. His administration faces complex issues, including economic recovery and international trade relations. Recent trade tensions with the United States, particularly the doubling of duties on Canadian softwood lumber, have intensified scrutiny on the government's handling of economic challenges, prompting Canadians to consider the potential impacts on jobs and local economies. Conservative leaders have criticized Carney's management of U.S. trade relations, accusing him of making concessions that undermine Canadian interests. Poilievre claims that Carney has made concession after concession to President Trump, signaling a lack of assertiveness in defending Canadian economic interests. This narrative resonates with voters concerned about job security, especially in industries reliant on U.S. trade. Many conservative supporters believe Canada should adopt a more aggressive negotiation stance to safeguard its industries and workers from external pressures. Recent labor market data shows a loss of 40,800 jobs in July 2025, with the unemployment rate at 6.9%. Youth unemployment has reached a multi-year high of 14.6%, highlighting significant challenges for younger Canadians entering the job market. These alarming figures particularly affect those at the start of their careers, making it increasingly difficult to find stable employment. Sectors such as information, culture, recreation, construction, and business services have been notably impacted, raising concerns about the long-term viability of these industries. The job losses not only threaten individual livelihoods, but also have broader implications for local economies, creating an urgent need for effective government intervention. In response to economic challenges, the Conservative Party has proposed a comprehensive plan aimed at addressing structural issues in Canada's economic policies. This includes repealing growth-blocking laws, actively supporting domestic industries through targeted investments and tax breaks, and reforming trade policies to ensure fair competition. The party emphasizes the need for leadership that aligns strategic planning with a practical understanding of Canadian industries and social dynamics. Their proposals aim to create a business environment that encourages innovation and growth while addressing immediate concerns of workers facing job insecurity. Environmental policies have sparked significant debate within the political discourse. While climate change is a pressing issue, critics argue that exaggerated claims about wildfires, floods, and melting Arctic ice obscure the complexities of land management and historical variability. Rapid decarbonization policies often clash with economic realities, leaving industries like steel, lumber, and autos overregulated and underfunded. The ongoing debate about balancing environmental responsibility and economic sustainability has left many Canadians feeling caught in the middle. Critics contend that subsidies alone cannot resolve these challenges and advocate for comprehensive reforms that address both environmental impact and economic viability. The media's role in shaping public perception has come under scrutiny recently. Left-leaning outlets emphasize U.S. trade impacts as job risks, while right-leaning sources frame these developments as enforcement of trade laws. The introduction of Bills C-11 and C-18, aimed at regulating Canadian online content, has further complicated the media landscape, raising concerns about centralized control that could undermine independent creators. Critics fear this shift may stifle competition and reduce the diversity of voices in Canadian media, ultimately impacting public discourse and democracy. Ensuring that all perspectives are represented fairly is becoming increasingly challenging in this evolving media landscape. Concerns about national security and military readiness have also surfaced in discussions. Despite recent funding announcements to bolster military capabilities, ongoing criticism regarding alleged bias or misconduct raises questions about morale and operational efficiency. Reports indicate that the RCMP is facing staffing gaps, prompting proposals to import foreign officers, primarily from the U.S. This situation complicates issues of sovereignty and accountability, questioning the effectiveness of current approaches to policing and national security. The public is increasingly aware of these challenges, leading to growing demands for transparent solutions that ensure both safety and community trust. The overarching concern in governance is a top-down, technocratic approach where expert opinions and globalist priorities overshadow local needs. Policies framed as moral imperatives often fail to deliver tangible results, leading to public frustration and distrust in government. Citizens increasingly feel their concerns are inadequately addressed, prompting calls for a more participatory governance model. Leadership must combine strategic foresight with a practical understanding of Canadian industries to empower citizens, ensuring their voices are heard and valued in the policy-making process. To reclaim economic strength, Canada must act decisively and holistically. Key intervention areas include pipelines, resource development, and energy independence, along with reforms to reduce bureaucratic barriers. A balanced trade strategy is crucial to protect domestic industries while honoring international commitments. Military readiness requires not only adequate funding, but also attention to personnel morale. Content regulation should encourage creativity rather than stifle it, necessitating collaboration with stakeholders to develop policies that benefit both the economy and the environment. The conservative vision emphasizes a long-term plan to address these issues comprehensively by repealing obstructive laws, supporting domestic industries, and ensuring military and economic preparedness for modern challenges. Citizen engagement is vital for responsible governance, enabling Canada to regain resilience and competitiveness. This vision calls for renewed transparency and accountability, fostering an environment where citizens feel empowered to engage in the political process. Ultimately, Canadians face a mix of external pressures, internal inefficiencies, and overregulation. Success hinges on leadership willing to confront challenges directly, prioritize workers and industries, and restore accountability in governance. Without bold action, reliance on foreign intervention and restrictive policies will undermine Canada's economic and cultural sovereignty. The demand for decisive leadership is critical as Canadians seek solutions to their everyday concerns. This situation highlights the delicate balance between media freedom and political accountability, stressing the importance of civility in public discourse. Canada's future depends on navigating these complexities while fostering an environment where every citizen can thrive. Positive change is possible, but it requires a collective effort from all Canadians to actively shape their future.